Recording in progress.
All right, hello everyone. Welcome. Today we are going to be going over some tips and tricks to help you make your KW website work for you. So in case you don't know, every agent within Keller Williams has their own website. This is going to be a subdomain of kw.com, meaning it is always going to be whatever you prefer your website to be, .kw.com. Now we can access everything that has to do with our website in the consumer applet, which is going to be all the way at the bottom. When you click here in this blue box, you are going to see your website URL. So this is just what I'm talking about, amandademarco.kw.com. Now, the website URL is chosen for you or made for you when you are filling out your Scott Leroy marketing profile. And let me just accept this. So I will show you how you can edit your URL. That is one of the things we will review. But I just want to make this very clear because I've had a few agents who've made this comment in the past. No matter what, your homepage is always going to be this property search page. We cannot change this, so your homepage will be anything that's about you, about the company, anything in that sense. It is always going to be a property search because why are our clients coming to this website? To look for properties. They don't need to know more about you. They don't need to know anything else, you know, from the get-go besides searching for properties. So that's why this is always going to be your homepage. Now, if we come back into Command, we're going to see a couple of different options here. We're going to see that we have the ability to manage our agent site pages, our landing pages, a guide builder, and collections. And we also have site and app settings. And this button here allows us to create a brand new page. Now, before we go into some page creation, I do want to steer everyone towards the site and app settings area. When we click on site and app settings, this is where we can edit a lot of the behind the scenes. So this is where we can make sure our URL is correct. We can make sure all of our pages are in the proper order, and we can make a few tweaks to the general design of our page. So right here, right off the bat, we are going to see use information, my information to brand my agent site. And you're going to see this toggle is turned on. Now, if you don't know, this is directly relating to our marketing profile. When we go into the settings, I'll go right back here. And then we go under Connect Settings and Marketing Profile. The marketing profile is designed to help us create marketing content easier and faster. Essentially, by filling in all of our information here, our headshot, our team logo, all of our contact information, our bio, etc. This is all then used to automatically fill in other areas in Command, such as pages on your website. So again, here we have that same toggle. This will save you time in the long run. This will definitely help you by not forcing you to constantly type in your name, your email, your phone number, etc., etc. So if you ever have a change in your email address, phone number, maybe you have a new designation, you wanted to change up your slogan, beef up your bio, always come in here and make sure you are clicking on Save Changes at the bottom. So you know here, this is where you can put in your personal social icons, and that way they'll be linked on your agent website as well. So if you want to link your Facebook page, Instagram, etc., you can do that right here. So I'm going to go back into my consumer applet and go back into site and app settings. So again, you want to make sure this is toggled on. That way it will also update any pages if you change that info in your marketing profile. That's also very important. So this way, if you make a change in your marketing profile, you don't need to go through your website and make sure those changes are reflected throughout. Now, under general settings, we're going to see a few things, including the agent site hero text. I'll be honest, I forget what this default text is because I have changed it, but I do like to point this out because this is a really easy way to create a little bit of customization on your homepage. this agent site hero text is shown smack dab front and center right here. Now, as we all know, I'm not a realtor myself, I don't practice, I don't know all of the rules and code domestics and everything like that. So some examples that you may see here may not be correct, just take that with a grain of salt. But you can absolutely change this here to reflect whatever you want. Rachel, I know you are on, you can have yours say Rachel the Realtor. You can have it simply just say, you know, North Jersey properties, New Jersey properties, whatever you want to put here, you can change. Additionally, you can switch out the images that show up in the background as well. You can load up to 5 images. They do give you the sizes recommendation. And a great suggestion for this would be to use perhaps images of other listings or you know, that you've had in the past. Of course, you want to make sure you have the permission, but if you have your permission to advertise form filled out and signed, you should be good on this front. But you can take some properties that you have sold, or maybe even some highlights. Maybe you are involved with a lot of community events. You host things in your local area, you sponsor some events. Any great high resolution photos, you can swap those in as well. And that's another way to give your clients a little bit of a taste of you without it being so in your face, and also with the kind of limitations we have on customizing this front page. You can only have up to 5 images, but you know, if you just want one solid image there, you can do that as well. Now, this is something that is relatively new, and I'm really excited to share this with everyone. So when someone visits your website, we now have the ability to put a limit on how many properties they can view before they are prompted to register or sign in. So we have 4 options here. Unrestricted, meaning they can view unlimited properties without needing to log in or create a site on your website. They can view 10 before they are told. They can visit 2 before they're told. Or they can search, but they can't view any properties at all without registering. So just for an example, I'm going to do the 2 properties, and I'm going to click on Save Changes. So now, may take 24 hours into effect. I could have sworn I had this up here before, but let's just really quickly go ahead and see. Typing in Rutherford, New Jersey. So I'm going to click on this home here. As we can see, I have the ability to view this. Great. I'm going to come here. I'm going to click on another property. I can view this one. Wonderful. And let's see if this works. Okay, so it hasn't taken into effect yet. And I apologize for this. Oh, here we go. Look at that. So this is the 3rd property that I'm clicking on. Notice how this pop-up comes up and it says, to see more properties, I will need to sign up, but look at all of these benefits here. You can revisit and receive timely updates on your searches. Your clients can collaborate with you or their co-buyers on properties that fit their needs. They can follow neighborhoods so they can see market trends and price changes. And of course, they can also gain access to view all of the listings. Now, a couple people have asked me why they would want to encourage their clients to search for properties on a KW site as opposed to an MLS or the dreaded Z word, Zillow, just kidding. But there are these benefits that encourage you to have your clients use a KW website as opposed to another platform. All of these benefits here. Don't you want to know what properties your clients are looking at? Aren't you curious to see what their history is and the price, you know, the homes that they're looking at and viewing these trends? By having someone either sign up or already log into an account, they can connect with you. So we see right here, by signing up, I agree to be contacted by Amanda DeMarco to help with my real estate needs. This is because we are on my website. If you have this on your website, it will say your name. Your picture will be here. So this is a great way to really have that connection with your client. I already have an account, so I'm gonna click login. There we go. Let me just log in quickly, I don't know why that didn't work. Here we go. So now I'm logging in. Because I do this all the time, I currently have another agent listed as my agent. So because I'm logging in on another agent's website, it is asking me if I want to stick with my current agent or if I want to switch. So just be aware, if you do have a client who you know has signed up on the website and they've connected with you, if they do go to another agent's website, they will be given this prompt. So just fair warning, hopefully they don't venture to another website, but if they do, they will have this pop up here. I'm actually going to click on yes, switch my agent for right now. So now it says my agent is switched. I'll click on dismiss, and here I am back on my website, and I'm logged in here so I can view my account and all of that great stuff here. So your client can come in and view everything. Now, once your client has that account, you can point out the benefits to them because they get a lot of great benefits in addition to you. So maybe your client says, oh, you know what, I found a house on the app or the website last week and I can't find it. Well, I can direct you exactly how to find that. If they go into their history, they can view all of their recently viewed properties. How cool is that? We can see all the properties that they've looked at in the past. They can also come in here and add their co-buyer. And as you can see, the co-buyer will allow the agent to share updates with both people involved. So if you are working with a pair of spouses, siblings, whatever the case may be, encourage them to add one another as the co-buyer. That way, when you are sending out any updates, both parties will receive that information. Now, if I scroll down a little bit on my homepage, we're going to see that I do have some featured listings here as well. This is completely customizable. If we go back into command and we go over to featured listings, this is where we can customize up to 12 listings that will show up on your homepage. Now, for me, again, I'm not an agent. What I did was I went through and I tried to find some listings that were listed by agents in our office. And I had named them. I had named this headline featured Bergen County listings. But all of you guys are agents. Hopefully you have some listings, or maybe you have agents that you're very close with that you want to promote their listings. So you can make this whatever you want. KW Park Views listings. This could be Nanny Zhao's listings. I mean, you can name this whatever you'd like. And then to select the listings, it's pretty easy. We have up to 12, so you can add them in right here. Let's see where I was here. As you can see, I have a ton of listings noted, but there's only 2 that are showing up. That's because some of the other ones likely have closed, which is no problem. So I'm going to come back in here and say, okay, well, this one's no longer listed. So I'm just going to click on this trash button and that will remove it from my main view. I can come in and select listings. Any listing that you've already selected will still be highlighted here. And then as you scroll down, once you plug in a property address or a city, I'm just going to put in a zip code. You also want to make sure you're looking on the right side here, if you're viewing only your listings or all listings. So I've gone to all, there's 82 in Rutherford. So if I were to find another one, I'm not going to take too much time trying to find one of ours. But let's just say hypothetically this one was ours. All you need to do is click on select And then you see that listing selected is added to your total. So you're able to see how many you have left before you reach that maximum. So I'm gonna uncheck that. You can view the next pages here and just scroll through everything. I'll use this one. This is at least, oh, here we go. We've got another KW one right here. Perfect. So I've added some more and I'm gonna click on done and they will all show up right here. So now when I give this a quick refresh, probably takes a couple minutes to kick in, but those additional listings will show up here. So this is just a great way to highlight any properties that you really want to put that focus on, that spotlight on. Now, let's come back in here just to show everyone your URL section. This is where you can make any edits to your subdomain. As I said before, when you filled out your Scott Leroy marketing profile, you gave them some options for your subdomain and they assigned one for you. If you decide you want to change it up and what you have isn't to your liking, this is where you can come and make those changes. Now, I would not advise changing this too often, perhaps once or maybe twice, but you want to have a consistent URL that way people know where they can return to after a longer period of time. This is also where you can get your URL for the KW Buy and Sell app. Now, I know that this class is really prefaced as the website, but for those of you who don't know, the KW Buy and Sell app is the same platform, so to say, as the website. It's just in an app form. So it's just like Zillow.com compared to the Zillow app. If you have an account, it's the same on both platforms, just a difference in the view. The Buy and Sell app, as well as the Buy and Sell website, truly is designed for our clients. So while yes, there are some great tools that the agents can use, we really want to hype this up to our clients as a tool that's going to be beneficial for them and help them more easily search for properties, as well as communicate with you. And that's a big thing. So by encouraging your clients to download the app with this branded app link, once they download it and open the app, ideally, they will be given a prompt to add you as their agent, just like we saw when I logged into my website earlier. It will be that same thing where they can connect with you as an agent, and then you'll have that connection. I'm gonna come in here really quickly, and I do hope that this works because I just switched my agent over. But let's check this bell. Right here, agent site notification. An agent added from Amanda DeMarco. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on this. What the heck does this mean? It takes me into my contact card. And on the timeline, I see here the agent added at 11:15. Now I know this is confusing because in this case, I am both the agent and the client. So me as the client, because I added myself as the agent, I'm now getting that notification. So if this is Bob Smith and the notification will show up, it will still say agent added because obviously you are their agent. I hope this makes sense to everyone. And I apologize that I can't really stream the app up on here easily so I can show you how similar the app and the website look. But if you have not already, download the KW Buy and Sell app. Let's see if this will actually open up. It does. So right here, curious about what's trending in your neighborhood? Are you ready to make a move? Download the app for all your real estate insights on demand. And this is also a great thing to show to your clients as well. If they say, well, why do I need this app? I have Zillow, I can find everything on Zillow. This little video will show them a ton of benefits. And you're also going to see key features here. Working with an agent. And again, if you're sharing this with your clients, this is a key thing that you want to really hone in on. By using this app, you have this instant connection with me. You're able to send me properties that you like. You're able to create collections of your dream homes. And me as the agent, I'm able to see that. And it gives me insight as to what the client is looking for, and it can help me do my job better. Custom searches. This is something that is so insanely cool that not a lot of other buy and sell sites offer. Not only can we put in a city, a zip code, or even a neighborhood, we can also put in landmarks. How cool is this? Let's say someone really wants to live by a train station, a high school, any sort of other building. You can type in those keywords. So here's a search that I already have saved, Rutherford train station. I'm gonna type in a different one. Does anyone have any suggestions off the bat? Feel free to unmute yourself or pop it in the chat. Anything, any local landmarks by you, or anything where a client may be wanting to move close to a specific entity. Not a problem. Here's what I'm gonna do instead. I'm gonna put in, I live in Hawthorne. I'm gonna put in the Hawthorne train station. Look at this. This pinpointed, this pinned down exactly where the train station is. I know it's right in this little corner. Like I said, I live in town, like right over there. This is the train station. Now, at this point in time, there are no homes, but we can always expand our area and we can create different searches as well. So let me try Rutherford train station this time. Here we go, Rutherford train station. Now again, it's showing 0 of 0, but that's okay. I'm gonna try to zoom out a little bit. Whoops, I zoomed back in. So once I zoom out and this area expands, then more properties show up. So now I am able to see areas, homes in this area. If I want to zoom out a little bit further, I can now see homes in Rutherford, East Rutherford, etc. So if someone's really looking for homes in this general area, I can either save this search right here, or I can even draw a custom search. So once I click on draw, I can say, all right, my client's really looking for this area. They don't want to live in this, whatever that area is here. Let's say they just want this, boom. We've now created a custom area that has 13 properties at the moment, but what I can do is save that search. And that could be saved as whatever I would like. Now, both I can do this or the agent, or the client, I should say, excuse me. But this is a really easy way to help them get custom search areas. And of course, they can also then narrow down their criteria here. So if they want to put for rent or for sale, price, property type, beds and baths, as well as other amenities here. Now, I will give my personal suggestion, unless someone is hell-bent on having something like a pool or a porch and they say, Gus, I will not buy a house unless there is a pool. In a situation like that, then select pool. But look what I did. Granted, there was only 7 properties. None of those properties have a pool. All right, how many of them have a garage? 10. That may be accurate, that may not be accurate. How many have a porch? 0. But if I uncheck that, this looks like a porch to me. So do you see how sometimes if we're putting more limitations on it, we're not really seeing everything that's out there. So that's why I say, unless someone has a true specific criteria that is a can't live without, less is more. Really filling in the property type and the price, maybe the square feet, but I really would leave the rest of it blank so you can see as many properties as possible. And then again, when we save that search, oops, I keep doing that. Rutherford homes near train station. We see that it's a drawn area, and we can also select how often they'd like the notifications to be. Click on save. Now, the beauty of this is that you can show this to your clients and say, listen, you can set up as many searches as you want. It's this easy. How do they go back to their saved searches? Right up here, saved. So here we can view all of their saved searches. Now, some of these were created on the website Some of them were created through command. So if you see here where it says saved on April 25th by agent, if I come back into my contacts, and if I come to saved searches, here's that saved search right here, Bobby's Rutherford Homes. So you can create a saved search for someone within their contact card as well. Click on create saved search, and it's going to give you a lot of that same criteria here. Again, less is more, but this is how you can also set up that saved search and have it emailed out to people. Now, in addition to those custom searches, the dynamic map, you can really, make this map customized. The local aspect of it, which I'll show you in just a second, as well as, constantly being able to add your notes and things like that to communicate back and forth. So, where am I here? I just lost my train of thought, gang. Hold on one second. Let me just go to. So, this is something that your client can follow. They can follow certain neighborhoods, and you'll see up here, they can search for neighborhoods as well. Now, if you don't know, a neighborhood is really tied into the next door service, where they break towns into neighborhoods to really help people who live there communicate with one another and get to know people in their area. I've said this before, I personally think that the neighborhoods are a little bit more relevant in other areas of the country. Here we're very heavily populated. No one, to my knowledge, is saying, I want to live in the Lincoln to Lafayette section of Hawthorne. It's just, no, I want to live in Hawthorne, or I want to live on, near this particular area. But people don't really talk about the neighborhoods so much. But if someone does say that they do have an area where they want to live, near a train station, near a school, you can find that neighborhood and subscribe them to it. Because this will give them that local data that they're looking for. So we're able to see for this neighborhood here, the average home price, price per square feet, days on the market, what the locals say, walkability, some neighborhood snaps. You're able to see all the properties that are for sale in that area, active, pending, upcoming open houses. Again, what the locals say. This is great, transit and commute times. If I move here, how long is it going to take me to go to work? How long is it going to take me to visit my parents? Nearby school ratings. Not only does this give you a school rating and the grades, but it also gives you a student to teacher ratio. No other site will give you that information. And then finally, this ties into Yelp. Have you noticed how many things we're able to look at on just this one page? Typically, we have to go to Yelp to see what kind of restaurants, shops, entertainment are in the area. We'd have to go to some school website to get this information. We'd have to go to Google Maps to get this information. We'd have to go to another page on this website to find all the houses that are for sale, another area to find all of these snapshots and the listings. So this is a great way for you to give your clients a great overview of the area that they're interested in, all in one page here. In addition to having saved searches and saved neighborhoods, you can also create, and your clients can create, collections. We can think of these kind of like Pinterest boards. So if I come here and I want to create a new collection, and I'm going to name this my Hawthorne home search, and I want to get notified instantly within 30 minutes of that property hitting the market, of there being a price change, notice of an open house, I want to know that day. I'm going to create my search. Created. Here we go. So here is my home search right here. I don't have any homes, but as you can see, I can edit the collection and I can also add a collaborator. Right now, I have made Janine as my co-buyer, but I can also add another collaborator. So the collections allow not only the clients to communicate with each other, but also gets the agent involved as well. Anyone can add to this list. Here's another idea. This could be Gus's home suggestions for Amanda, and he can come in and add properties and write notes. I know it doesn't have as many bathrooms as you like, but the price is fantastic. This is worth a look. Within your budget, what do you think? It's just a great way for you to make those collections of properties to share them with your client. This keeps them within the website. It keeps their activity here so you can see everything. So if they're going to look for more properties, they're going to stay within this platform. And it's that ease of communication with them. Because a lot of the things we're doing here will also show up in this person's contact card. I have another notification bell. Oh, that's from before. But if I come back to timeline, look at this here. Since I've added myself back as my agent, this is telling me that the client created another saved search and I viewed another collection, which had all of these different properties. Are we now seeing the importance of this website and the app and the connection between you and your clients? Now, to take it back, how are we going to make sure that our client has access to this and they set this up properly? With their permission, I would suggest creating the account for them. Chances are, if you're already working with a client, you have their name and their phone number and their email. So let's come back here. I'm going to sign out and I'm going to click sign up. All you need to do to sign someone up is put in their name, email, and password. So if I'm working with Bob Smith, I'm going to make Bob's password Amanda1. How easy is that? It's my name. You can make their password Rachel1. You can make their password Rosalia1. You can make it Miguel1. Whatever you want to do. Rachel the realtor, Miguel, Gus Lopez 123. Whatever you want, you can make their password what you choose. Something easy to remember, connects to you. They can always go in and change their password, that's fine. But by setting them up like this, you are making sure that they have the proper access to your website and that when their website is created, you're automatically going to be their agent. I'm going to click on accept. This is definitely a real email address. I'm just going to add in a bunch of stuff so it's not a real person. All right, now I'm going to click sign up. You're all set. Continue. So now I'm Bob Smith. I'm a brand new person. I'm here. I don't have any saved searches. I don't have anything just yet. I do have some collections here that are already made. Bob's favorites. He can come in and automatically start adding homes. Here's my list from my homepage, my agent picks. So not only are we seeing that on the front page, it's also creating it as a collection for our clients. And if we click on neighborhoods, he's not currently following any, but he can always find one here, or you can guide them and even do this with them. Now, if I come back to command and I go home, again, another notification. New agent site registration received from Bob Smith. So for this example, I did not have Bob in my database already. Now I do, and I get a notification. I'm going to click here. Bob Smith, lead source, KW app or site. And right here, what have we done already? The source was changed, the contact registered on the site, and I already viewed the featured Bergen County listings I have. So all the activity that Bob has already done is right here. I know my camera's not on and you guys can't see my phone, but I also have the Command Mobile app. And as soon as I hit submit, I got a notification that a new agent site registration was received. So again, you have that connectivity and instantly you know when your client has signed up and has created that site, whether you do it for them or they do it on their own. One last thing I just want to show you guys is how to organize your agent site pages. Now, there are two different types of pages that you can create. Pages that are designed to live on your website. I call these evergreen pages. These are going to be filled with content that will never expire. What do I mean by that? Reviews and testimonials, meet the team, a mortgage calculator, find your home value, contact me. You also have landing pages. These are standalone and these are not connected back into your agent website. These would be for promoting open houses or certain properties. You can see the URL is different. To create a new page, you click on this button here, and this is where you're selecting it. It even tells you on the agent's site, we're creating a new subpage or a landing page, which is standalone for lead generation. Once you have your pages created, and you come back into site and app settings, go to agent site pages, and this is where you can ensure that every page is present. This is where you can rearrange your pages as well. You can change the page title, the back of the URL, SEO description, which probably doesn't do too much, I'll be perfectly honest with you, but it's there if you want to give it a shot. This also allows you to make sure you have the right page selected. So if I click on select page, it shows me all of my agent site pages and when they were created. So I say, oh, this testimonials is old, this is the right one, this is newer. And you can make those updates that way. Theme is pointless. This is literally just saying, I want a red theme or a black theme, which when you're looking at it, you can't really tell the difference. So don't get too discouraged that this doesn't do too much. And then we've gone over everything here. Now, one thing I didn't get to touch on is this guide builder. Your clients will find this in your app as well as on the website. These are pre-created buyers and sellers guides that are defaulted and come with command. You can come in here and edit the guide. Now, if I'm on my website and I click on guide, here's where I can view the buying or the selling guide. So I'm able to see the step-by-steps. And as I click on each one, I get to read more and da-da-da. So within this guide builder, this is where you can come in. As you can see, you can rearrange things. You can make changes. You can change the wording. You can do anything that you want to do to make this unique to you. And that will reflect on your site as well. I know we went over a lot. This is recorded and it will go on YouTube. But really just start by going into your command, heading to the site and app settings, making sure everything is good here. Change your hero text, add some featured listings, add maybe a page where you can capture information, and then play around with it a little bit so you're more familiar as well. Just so we know, I'll just show you guys as well when someone's actually looking at a listing. When I click on the listing, it shows me two different things. This is showing me where the listing is courtesy of and the local realty source that it's provided by. Now, if you haven't guessed already, this is not just Keller Williams properties, it's not just our office properties, it's every brokerage out there across all the different MLS sites. So this is a Century 21, but the local realty service is Keller Williams Park Views. This local realty service will just take whatever Keller Williams office is closest to the property location and show it here. Besides that, there's really no point to it. I will be perfectly transparent, and it can be a little bit of a confusion. So I just want to make sure everyone knows that this is just showing you the closest Keller Williams office to that property, but this is the actual listing office. Additionally here, and it looks the same on the website as well, excuse me, the app, when the client clicks on Ask Your Agent, all their information is filled in automatically, and then they can leave a message. So let me just put in here, I like this home, can we see it this weekend? Submit. This is Bob, fantastic. I just got a notification on my phone. A new contact message received from Bob Smith. I'm gonna come right here. Same thing, new contact message. I click on it, brings me back into his contact, and here's the message. It's showing me I viewed the property and then I left a comment. So there's no reason why you as the agent will not know that the client is interacting with you through the website. So long as you have your Command Mobile app downloaded and your notifications are on, and you come in and are checking into Command as well. Additionally, they can also save properties onto collections and create their own, and they can share them as well. So if they did want to send them to whomever, they have the ability to do that here. Rachel, I see you have your hand up. Do you have a question?
Yeah, hi Amanda, thank you so much. Is this broadcasting from all of the MLSs that our office is a part of? I'm just curious.
It is every MLS, so it's not even necessarily if our office is a part of it or not. This is going to pull properties from every listing service out there. Let me put in, I don't know, Bridgewater, New Jersey. Just 'cause I know that's more central Jersey. I mean, so here's EXP, Coldwell Banker. So if I click on a Coldwell Banker listing, here we go, Coldwell Banker, and it will show me here, this is from Garden State. But as you move across the state, wherever that source is, it will show up here. So yes, it's not just gonna be our office listings or MLSs that we're a part of. It will take into account every listing across the area. Additionally, this also has, I think we can have like 24 or 26 different countries searching for properties here. So we're definitely the biggest worldwide search platform for properties across the world. Does anyone have any other questions? Rachel, I hope I answered that for you. All right, well, I really appreciate everyone tuning in. I know that this can be a lot, and I hope I didn't come off as too overwhelming by trying to shove a lot of information at everyone at once. But really what I love everyone to do is, like I said earlier, come into Command, go into that consumer area, update some of these things here, maybe, twiddle around with making a new agent page. And if you haven't already, sign yourself up on your agent website, create some collections, create a saved search, add yourself in Command if you're not already. That way you're able to see what your clients are seeing, and it's just gonna help you become more familiar with the website. As always, if you guys have any questions at all, I am more than happy to help. So at any point in time, just feel free to reach out to me and we can discuss whatever it is you need. I hope everyone has a great rest of your day. Again, thanks so much for tuning in. And I look forward to seeing all of your awesome websites and hearing how they're helping benefit your business.